Here we go, baby. Bring on the man.
Chief Wahoo McDaniel, good to see you.
You know, it's good to be back, Tony. But, you know, I could have been overhearing Mr. Garvin say that I got beached up here last week. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Garvin. It's very easy to get on TV and say bad things about people and say that you want your hands on them and say that you want to beat them and you want to wrestle them, that you're looking for the biggest and the baddest when you know that I'm 1,000 to 2,000 miles away from here. Well, today he said he was out chasing me. Well, I'm going to tell you something. When he heard that I was going to be here, he was out in the parking lot, and they took security guards to get him back in the building. But I want to tell you one thing. I'm not the biggest, and I'm not the baddest. But I want to say one thing. I've ended a few careers before they got started, and I know what you've got in mind. He's coming here, and he thinks if he gets in here and beats me, then he's going to be the big cheese. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm coming back. I've been gone for a while. I need to prove myself. So I'll tell you what. Sign your name anywhere, anytime, Garvin. And you bring that little snotty-nosed girl with you. Because I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes the Indian's not a real gentleman.
All right, Chief Wahoo McDaniel, let's go to the ring. In the ring.
I'll tell you one thing.
Sometimes the Indian is not a real gentleman. I know that one for a fact.
What, you saw him not be such a gentleman sometimes?
I heard about it. I was there that night, and then I missed it. Yeah.
Well, what'd you hear?
Well, you're going to have to go to buttsandseatscomic.com.
Got it.
And it's part of the it's part of one of the bonus stories. My night with Wahoo. So,
I like that you're always selling.
Yeah. I wonder who I learned that from.
Isn't it great that our listeners haven't had to hear a goddamn thing about Starrcast in years at this point?
Yeah, it's going to rebound. You know that. And
really, you think so?
Well, it's up to you.
If we do more, we're going to do one more just to bring ad-free shows to the stage, and then I'm done. I'm out of the convention business. We got too much going on now, Tony.
Yeah. Give it to somebody else.
Yeah,
to run it for you, but not Silva.
You know, I'll tell you about that off air, but
okay,
that'll probably happen. Okay. I've already got
yeah, you got a good staff.
Well, no, more than that. Like I got people in the convention space who are like, "Hey, we want to do this with you," and I'm like, "Motherfucker, you're gonna be doing it for me. You got no time. I'll sell it. And you do it."
Yeah. Yeah. Because
when are we going to Virginia? I want to go to.
Outside. I can personally attest to this man's strength. I felt that shot that can take anybody apart. There's a lot of people around here doing a whole lot of talking, while a lot of people saying what they're going to do. Well, the one man talking about me is Nikita Koloff. Well, I'm tired of all the talking. I'm tired of all the promises you make. The only promise I want is for you to get in that ring. You to get in that ring, and you and I get it on for the championship, the United States heavyweight belt. Now, you say you need a special stipulation, well, that's fine. A Russian chain match will be fine with me. You say that's your match, it'll be your chance to embarrass me. Well, give it your best shot. Try to embarrass me. It's time for all the talking to stop and the action to take place. Let's get it on, Nikita.
Magnum TA and Chief Wahoo McDaniel, don't you go away.
Golly, Magnum was an underrated promo, dude.
Oh, man.
Everything was believable.
Yes.
He brought the intensity.
Yes. He and Wahoo had a great program when Wahoo turned heel in 85. Great program.
You want to listen to this, or should we just talk over it?
We can talk over it.
So we got Nikita out here wearing his fucking sweater, doing his little staring contest. He's doing all but making kissy faces to Miss Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see Ivan Koloff here with a diaper on his head, where he's done blade jobs all over the globe. Chat me up about what the interpersonal relationship was like with Nikita and Miss Alabama. Were they actually dating at this point, or is he still trying to get her attention and they're doing the little courtship dance?
I think they're dating at this point.
Okay.
And I've told the story that I did set up their first date.
Yes. And we also took a little heat, by the way, when you told that story, because you said that Magnum TA told you that she was crazy.
Right.
And a lot of people took I shouldn't say a lot. A few people took great issue with the way you categorized her.
Really?
Said that, well, you're making fun of someone who had mental issues and blah, blah, blah. And we don't know that for sure. We just said, I'm
just recanting a story that Magnum told me.
Yeah.
And Magnum may have got the story wrong.
Yeah. Isn't it weird how people are overly sensitive? Like you didn't say she was. You said
Yeah.
someone told you she was.
Yeah, well, fuck those people.
Okay. Are they hell people?
No, they're pieces of shit.
Oh wow.
They're POSs, okay?
Coming in hot.
Yeah, coming in hot. They were pieces of shit. Their parents were probably pieces of shit. Their grandparents were probably pieces of shit. They probably went to piece of shit you.
That got you, didn't it?
It did.
You.
There's a shirt. Piece of shit university.
You do some dumb stuff here, right?
Wait, do we ever? Yeah, but fuck those people. Jesus, criminy. That's one thing that's probably the biggest downfall of Twitter. It's given idiots a platform. So fuck them. And now I'm getting hot. Shatoata.
Is it true whenever you take a blue chew and you walk in the bedroom, you're doing that chant? Hey, hey, hey.
I'm telling you,
That's how Lois knows.
Yeah, boy. How she knows to run. Every time I see Wahoo, I just think, man, what a fucking man's man.
Yes, sir.
And Wahoo and I were, I wouldn't say we were close, but we were very friendly. And in his later years, he became an agent, and he and I talked a lot and about wrestling, about what to do, what was right in his career. And I just, I would mark out every time he wanted to talk to me. I would sit there and fucking listen to him as long as he wanted to talk. And it was just because I was such a mark for Wahoo McDaniel growing up. But I got to see Karen recently. She came to an AEW event. It was great to see her. And
tremendous. And by the way, I should mention, she made a lot of Ric Flair's early robes, and nobody even talks about that. She's a talented person.
Yeah, she is. And still looks great, man. Really does. But man, well, I was like one of those guys, like Rick Steiner and Ming, that you pick out guys you want to be in a fight with you. Those are the guys. And they're the legend. Do you know the legendary story about him walking for a case of beer? Have you heard that?
Yep.
I don't know. Do you know the particulars of that story? I just know he walked somewhere for a case of beer. That's all I know.
Supposedly miles.
Yeah, right.
There's also a guy who supposedly once chugged a quart of motor oil and all kinds of shit. Like what?
Yeah.
But I mean, Flair says back in the day, Crown Royal was his drink, and I guess it was for a lot of the quote unquote top guys. Hey, who was that guy we just saw?
That was Dale Brown, head coach of LSU basketball.
There you go.
See, this is during the Final Four timers, Craig Sager too.
That's what I thought. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's Craig Sager before the crazy coats.
Well, you know what's funny is I thought that was him, and I was like, but he's wearing a regular blazer. So
right. Yeah, just if you didn't like Wahoo, to me meant wrestling. I just
to Flair too.
Oh yeah, one of the angles one of the angles that I remember more than any was Flair and Wahoo for the Mid-Atlantic Championship, and Flair took a 2x4 and hit Wahoo in the head with it, and Wahoo came out all bandaged up, said the 2x4 had nails in it. It was a great angle. It was a great angle, man.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.